Good morning. This is the Joint Power Authority and Canal Governance Committee meeting. My name's Eugene Nicandri. I'm acting chair of the committee for today. Chairman Kress and Chairman Comel are excused from this meeting. This is a Joint Authority and Canal Corporation Governance Committee meeting. I'd also like to welcome Trustees Pacenti and Trainer. Also present is Trustee McGibbon. I'd like to welcome the staff that's present. This is a meeting scheduled under the Open Meetings Law. And I'd like to move item 2C, which is John Kennelly's procurement report, to the discussion agenda from the consent agenda. Any committee member have any objection or other amendments to the proposed agenda? If so, I would ask for a motion to adopt the amended agenda.
Motion.
Been moved and seconded.
Second.
All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. The next item is the consent agenda, less item 2C. That's been presented to the committee members. I would ask for a motion to adopt that agenda.
So moved. Second.
All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. That's adopted. The consent agenda is adopted. Now to the discussion agenda, and I'd recognize John Kennelly, Vice President of Strategic Supply Management, to present his report. John?
Thank you, Judge. I'd like to take the opportunity to thank everybody for this opportunity to present the annual report summary. So in 2017, Strategic Supply Management, formerly known as procurement, managed nearly 2,900 contracts with a total value of $8.6 billion. In 2017, we added 394 canals contracts with a value of $219 million and 1,524 contracts for NYPA. 80% of our spend was with 70 vendors. It's no surprise that the key highlights in the spend for 2017 were mostly in the energy efficiency area and project management in support of operations and LPGP LEM. In the personal property disposal area, we had some minor scrap sales, some fleet equipment sales totaling $552,000. The supplier diversity area, we expended $64.7 million, which represented about 18% of the spend. It was a little bit off of the 30% goal, but we've been working with ESD to further develop the rationale of how we're going to be lowering our goals from 30%. And in 2018, we're submitting 22% for our supplier diversity target. In the Treasury area, we managed 30.5% in MWBE spend. In the service-disabled veteran area, we had $2.4 million in spend in service-disabled veterans, which represented 13% of the designated spend. We're very proud of that. And in the third quarter of 2017, our supplier diversity reached the $1 billion mark in MWBE payments. That's with a B, 1 billion. Very impressive stat for the authority. These numbers here represent a lot of the canals purchasing as well. The resulting breakdown for 2017, no surprise that 36% of it was in the construction area, 43% in the equipment and commodities area. Also, another thing that we're very proud of is that 98% of our awards in 2017 were on competitive basis, with only a 2% on the single and sole source area. And that's pretty much a summary of our annual report.
You're comfortable, John, with our processes and stuff like that? So
we have 2017, I would say in July of 17, we rebranded and transformed procurement into a category management type approach of procurement, which is a best-in-class type approach. So in those 6 months that we've been operating with the new operating model, we've realized about $13 million in negotiated savings So I think it's working. We're getting greater visibility into the business units, spends and long-term planning. So it's giving us an opportunity to go to the market with longer contracts, a better view into the full need of the authority in certain areas. And as a result, we're driving quality, which is the most important part of what we want to do. And if we could also save a little money as we do that, that's what we're trying to do.
And you may want to mention a little bit about the digitization strategies with Ariba.
Sure. So we moved to an electronic bidding platform where now all the bids are submitted electronically by the vendors. It's a little bit of a growing, pains with onboarding of vendors into the system, but we've been conducting webinars for various suppliers to help them, guide them through the process. It's a fully transparent electronic bidding platform where, anybody touches it, and you see. So you get very good, accurate record of full transparency of the contracts.
Are we ahead of the curve or behind the curve with our vendors on that, on digitization there?
I think that we've got, by the end of this year, we will have all of our strategic vendors onboarded. So I would say we're about halfway there. We're a little bit behind the curve, but we're gonna make it up in this year and get everybody onboarded this year.
Anybody have any questions for John?
No.
Thank you, John.
Okay, thank you.
The next meeting of the Governance Committee is on July 31st of this year. I would ask for a motion to close the Governance Committee meeting.
So moved. Second.
All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carried. The committee meeting's closed.